Blue, the feeling behind my eyes. You stood out 'cause you were in red. Man, against my intentions, I let you turn me violet instead.
Modern day Royal Enfield has a long history in cruisers. We had the cruiser in the 90s, which actually catered to that peak Americana. Then it was inspired by that. But subsequently what happened was we learned a lot about our consumers, what they actually use, what they like, what they don't. And then that idea evolved into the Lightning and then the Thunderbird.
They're all a sort of a cruiser, which is not a full thoroughbred cruiser, but it actually gave more and more experience to us about what consumer is wanting for a long distance ride.
Royal Enfield have got a rich heritage in this space. So the idea for doing a large capacity cruiser at the Super Meteor was really always there.
In fact, ever since we came out with the Meteor 350, the demand for a larger cruiser has been quite obvious. And that's one of the reasons we've fast-tracked the Super Meteor.
At the festival that we met at, where you were just a face in a crowd, and now I can't imagine me with anybody else.
So the Super Meteor project started at the same time as the Twins. We always knew we wanted a range of motorcycles. Obviously the GT and the Interceptor came first.
What the success of the 650s really did, I think, is make all of us realize in the big, wide Royal Enfield ecosystem within the company and without, that people are looking for a Royal Enfield take on different genres, different platforms, and that became very interesting for us. So the 650s, that opened our eyes to this possibility.
As long as it's with you.
It became clear this engine was, if not even better suited for this bike. It just works really well in this package. But outside of that, virtually everything else on this bike is brand new. It's an entirely new mainframe, entirely new suspension geometry, bodywork is brand new, tank, side panels, swinging arm. We've gone for upside down forks for the first time on a Royal Enfield. And that very first LED headlight, everything on the bike really is, as I say, it's from a clean sheet of paper, it's brand new.
So when they kept cruising, Royal Enfield's incredible design and development, they were able to distill exactly which parts of Royal Enfield's DNA will really build on a certain version of motorcycle. Royal Enfield's take on cruising.
New Year's Eve, 300 miles, counting down. Next year will be close. I will wait as long as it's for you.
It should be simple, easy to handle.
You think you can easily get on. It's not something that's intimidating at all.
It should be very stylish.
It is a very streamlined motorcycle. It is not what you'd expect a cruiser to be.
That it should be a motorcycle which should be distinctly Royal Enfield.
That very traditional Royal Enfield rising frame shape, that triangular toolbox. You jump on it, your hands fall in the right place, your feet fall in the right place, and straight away the bike is right. We've really pushed hard to make this bike an easy bike to ride, and that's a component of all of our bikes. Confidence is really important. You can't have fun if you're not happy. So making sure that was in this bike was really key.